Hey guys, what's going on? Rob with 3STRONG here. Today I was at the track racing cars around, which was totally awesome. But it made me think about a question that I get a lot from my clients, and that is, what do I do when I'm on the go? What do I do when I'm traveling? How do I stay on track with my healthy diet? How do I make those healthy choices? Well, for the most part, you know you're going to travel. You've already planned out the trip, and so if you need to prepare for that trip in the way of, packing your clothes, making sure that you have your boarding pass if you're flying, making sure you have your toiletries, everything. You've already planned all that out. What's the difference between that and making sure that you have your food ready to go? And that's exactly what I did. It was, a few hours away. We had to stay in a hotel, so I made sure that I'm not going to get off track with my diet, and I'm not going to leave it up to whatever food is out there, and it just happened to be burgers and, hot dogs and French fries, which is not on my diet, if you guys haven't noticed. So I need to come prepped, and isn't this funny? This is my lunchbox. It's like the industrial sized lunchbox. But anyway, I was ready for the day. Obviously, since it's the end of the day, all these containers are empty because I ate the food, and guess what? I feel great because I was still on track with my diet. I still made it just like any other day. Nothing really changed. I still had my yams. I still had my salad. I still had all the chicken ready to go. I still had some fruit. I had my water. I even had my protein shakes. Everything was ready to go. It was already pre-made. I just had to put it in this big container and then eat it when I was hungry. And it was great. Do you have to do this? Do you have to get yourself a big container like this? No, you absolutely don't have to do that. So then what is something that you could do to make it work for you? Well, I have this tiny little container of blueberries. A simple way of just being prepped for your travels, especially if it's like, okay, for the road or for, let's say 2 to 5 hours or something, half the day or whatever. What foods are going to work? I can't do the whole meal plan, the chicken, everything. Like, that's just too much prep. How do I make it simple? Well, what I would do is this. Meats sometimes are hard to prep. I mean, you can do the chicken, you can do beef, you can cut that up and put it in a container. So at least you have your protein source. You could take nuts and have nuts in a little container, and that's ready to go. You could have celery or crunchy vegetables, carrots. That could be in a little container, and then you have your fruit. All those things, really, aside from the meat, you don't really even have to prep. You just have to buy the container, fill it up with, say, your carrots, fill the other container up with your fruit. You don't even have to cut it. And then the other one, you just fill it up with the nuts, and now you have 3 great little snacks. You have your carbohydrate source, you have your fibrous, your fiber source, whatever, and then you have your fat source with the nuts, and then if you want to add in that protein source, you can absolutely do that. That is really not much different than what I just ate in this, day's worth of food. It's just a matter of quantity. You just have a little bit less of it. It's easy to put into these tiny little packages. So instead of having your industrial size, thousands of calories pack, you just have your tiny little snack pack. Very simple. Make it easy for yourself, but be prepped and ready to go. If you know you're going to be out and you know it's hard to find healthy foods, then prep those healthy foods first before you walk out the door. Okay, guys? I'll see you tomorrow.